What up, guys? It's your boy Paul. I'm back with you, man. It's Rideout Reviews, and we're watching The Crown. The last episode was crazy because of all the stuff that I guess you can never be surprised with what's going down in the royal family. But dadgum, man, they hid away. People said they were dead because they carried some kind of genetic disease. Like, if you were sovereign, the one that has been appointed by God, you would think that he would maintain a good status in the bloodline for whoever's to become king. You should trust that. But it's like they don't. They create their own devices to be able to do whatever they think is necessary in order to maintain public appearance. Boy, you don't trust your royalty then that much, man. That is tough. And then what they did to those people, man, just because they were different. Hid them away, said they were dead. That's worse. Not just hiding them away, but saying that they were dead. Ugh. Boy, I tell you what. We'll see what happens now as we're in chapter. We're on episode 8. Let's see what's going down, man. Just a couple more, and then it's over with. But I think the new season's coming out pretty soon. So we're going to have season 5 with a new cast of characters and everything. I'm excited about it because this story is unique and insane. Definitely. Well, you want full reactions, man? Head over to Patreon, man. Check it out. See what we got. We're doing some big things over there with movies, TV shows, all that stuff, man. If not, glad you're here checking it out, and let's continue to keep watching. So, let's get on down.
Everybody set? Yes, hurry up, hurry up.
Apartheid. Apartheid right now.
On this, the occasion of my 21st birthday,
Oh,
I
snap.
welcome the opportunity
I didn't realize
to
that.
speak to all the peoples of the British Commonwealth and Empire. I am thinking especially today of all the young men and women who were born about the same time as myself and have grown up like me.
They ain't grown up like her. All these different nations, family and nations.
Your representative. Now that we are coming to manhood and womanhood, it is
Well, that's a lot of different cultures, environments, places.
we must give nothing less than what my father, King George, the first head of the Commonwealth, calls the whole of our
So that's her, huh? That's her, huh? That's a young
It's been borne by
Margaret.
many of my ancestors.
prime minister.
A noble motto. I serve.
I'm the prime minister of England.
Who are willing to share in it.
Ah, they were well, of course they were recording, but that's why the stuff is getting etched out. That's dope, man. I never seen that. They're scratching out the sonics, the sonogram. I don't know. The voice, the not music, but the sound. That's it. That was cool. Huh.
And yet here I was, the diurnal, and she the crepuscular, with such a nugatory distinction can pretend.
What in the world is he using these big words with?
Ulysses, please.
I shall set aside a year of my life.
What?
Just kidding. You deserve congratulations for being able to carry it up the stairs. Kidding again.
That thing is huge, ain't it? Just said, kidding. Hey, it's a huge freaking book. That book was big, dude. That's funny. 1985. We creeping closer and closer to modern day.
Positive or negative, and never will. Political impartiality in support of her prime minister is an article of faith to her. And we all know how the Queen is about her faith.
Oh, man. Now, I didn't hear if she said that she's looking for apartheid or not apartheid.
Why we allow our queen to fraternize with countries like Uganda, Malawi, Nigeria, Swaziland.
Dang, she's super racist. Jeez.
Right, who wants kedgeree? It's not my best, I'm afraid.
For the dinner.
Dude, she is insane, though. Look at that. She's cooking for everybody and the head of the meeting. Oh, my goodness. She's like doing double the work.
I just want to see you all happy. There are two families I care about. My own family and the Commonwealth family of nations.
And the Commonwealth family of nations.
And to find a way to heal divisions in the interests of peace and goodwill.
All right, see, actually, the Queen sounds good, man. Celebrate diversity and difference. Bro, she was eyeing her. Got them dead eyes on her, man. Oh, Margaret Thatcher. Prime Minister.
It is my fervent hope that Britain will join the other countries of the Commonwealth and impose sanctions on an apartheid regime that has no place in the modern world.
South Africa is already a disinvestment economy.
But black South Africans want sanctions, so shouldn't we listen to them?
Well, black South Africans don't want to inherit a wasteland.
They will if they feel it is their wasteland. As much.
It is not the business of a British Prime Minister to consult with unelected dictators.
But it is a sovereign's duty when they are part of the Commonwealth.
Yes, the Commonwealth.
Yes, the Commonwealth.
There are ways of Britain being great again, and that is through a revitalized economy, not unreliable tribal leaders in eccentric costumes.
But isn't that all I am, Prime Minister? A tribal leader in eccentric costumes?
Certainly not.
To you, the Commonwealth is something of a distraction, a waste of time. But in many ways, I have given my life to it. What I would like you to do is sign that statement.
If I didn't know better, that sounded very much like a directive.
Ho, 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 ho. These women's, they going at it.
I've told them they won't accept anything with the word sanction. So now we need to come up with a word that works for everyone.
Dang, she's about money. Money.
I'm determined to win this battle, Sonny. I don't often get into a fight, but when I do, I want to win. A no to measures.
Yes, so we are going back with actions.
And should that fail?
We still have control.
Yes, I'm beginning to see this is all about control.
A word. Protocols. Oh. Oh, what the world, man? Countries are just surrounding this woman, man, for her insanity on this aspect.
Useless politicians, sorry, Sonny, but a writer. Where might we find one?
Yeah, the press secretary. Because that brother at the beginning of the show had some words, man. That's semantic domain. All the words that can relate to one idea. A family of words that convey the same message, but in a more plausible or pleasable way. Signals.
And among the signals she agreed to are actually several of the sanctions she would never have contemplated had they been called sanctions.
Bro.
When put in the ring with her queen, the Iron Lady melted.
put in the ring of the queen. The Iron Lady melted. They call her the Iron Lady. They call her the Iron Lady. Oh, dang, she got a name, don't she?
Yes, I agreed to signals. A signal can soon point in an entirely different direction.
What in the...
That's what she said.
Yes, ma'am. Before walking off.
Really?
Oh my goodness, this is insane, bro. This woman playing words too, huh? Everybody quiet down.
Ready? Here we go. Please.
With her queen, her majesty. It's in South Africa. Mandela. Man, I should watch that movie with, I heard it's really good, with the rugby. I can't think of what that movie's called about right now.
Have you ever considered a political thriller?
What?
You could expose it all under an assumed name.
And would never betray those confidences.
Today newspaper has let us know they are now running a front-page story about the increasingly sour relations between Buckingham Palace and Downing Street.
What kind of statement? One of support. Even, dare I say, personal affection for the Prime Minister.
No
about the job she's doing. Something that would kill the gossip stone dead.
But what if I'm not happy with the job she's been doing?
Oh.
What if on this occasion I'd be happy for people to know the displeasure was actually real?
Oh.
That I am personally concerned about her lack of compassion.
Huh.
You know how seriously I take my constitutional responsibility to remain silent.
Yeah.
But each of us has our line in the sand.
Yeah.
And if it were to become public knowledge that there had been an unprecedented rift between Sovereign and Prime Minister, would that really be so bad?
They speechless, man.
And for the record, ma'am, I must say, I think that would be a misjudgment. I'd go somewhere with more heft, somewhere that also had a clear sense of the unprecedented nature of this, where they understood the rules of the game.
Right, well, can I leave that with you then, Michael? You are the expert.
Ma'am.
There go, man. It's going down.
It's reckless. It's reckless, Martin, and irresponsible. I'm as surprised as you are.
Yeah, because she
It goes against my professional advice.
never
And
goes
I
against.
want my objection noted. Noted? Noted, Martin. It's noted.
She never goes
It's
against.
noted.
Here come that political thriller.
All right. Put him through.
Dude, I love this music, man. That's like a monumental time. And the bro knows how to make that monumental music, man. That's pretty awesome. I wonder if she knows what's coming. Oh, that's dope. The little door in the middle. And so this is real, though, dude. That they had a fault line or a discrepancy or tensions rising between the two that's never happened before. Huh. But, I mean, the Queen's right. Uncaring Thatcher.
Palace spokesman declining to
People are
comment
tripping,
on an
man,
article
'cause this is-
entitled,
The African Queen at odds with number 10.
Prime Minister 10. And she's the African Queen.
Because of the stubbornness and insensitivity
Of her Prime Minister.
Yeah, it's all on her. Not on... Yeah.
a late middle-aged grandmother who is most at ease when talking about dogs and horses.
She's shown that she's also an astute political infighter who is quite prepared to take on Downing Street.
When provoked.
That's actually really well of her. It says good things about her. Even though it says she's just like a old homely woman. But she will do what's necessary.
For the very first time, in patience for our next audience.
Oh, she ready, huh? They said, I'm ready to get in it. I'm ready to battle. It's like, we going in it.
Government sources claim that the sacrosanct relationship between Sovereign and First Minister was in danger of being blown apart.
Prime Minister's here.
Bro, they making this stuff so dramatic, dog. Dang. I'm excited to see it, too. I'm impatient for their next meeting, man. Ooh.
Your Majesty.
Prime Minister?
Dang, how do you... Ooh, they in conflict, and it's public knowledge now.
Always the model of productivity and mutual respect. So it is perhaps not unreasonable to expect an isolated hiccup.
What hiccup?
I was under the impression that Her Majesty never expressed her political views in public, ma'am.
They misunderstand, misquote, and misrepresent. Then everybody gets into a fluster.
But my press secretary does.
Well, I'm sure a clarification will soon be forthcoming. Make a start on the business of the week, only I am mindful of the time.
This is the business, ma'am. The only business. I think we have enough respect for one another personally to ask ourselves some of the bigger questions. Woman to woman. We are the same age after all.
Really?
Just 6 months between us.
Oh? And who is the senior?
I am.
Well, you're the junior now. Huh. Because I'm the queen, homie.
Is to put sentimentality to one side and look after this country's interest with the perspective of a cold balance sheet. And while I greatly admire your sense of fairness and compassion for those less fortunate than us...
Do you? Really?
Let us not forget. I am the one from a small street, and I don't want people's pity or charity or compassion.
Well, why do you keep
Nothing would
saying
insult
this
me more. Look after number one to get ahead, and only then, if they choose to look after their neighbor.
Of those?
No one would remember the Good Samaritan if he only had good intentions. You see, he had money as well.
Perhaps the hardest
Oh,
is that I am obliged to support my prime ministers on any position they take, even yours.
He's a businessman now, in the Middle East mostly, and South Africa.
Of course.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, it would be South Africa, huh? So you want to make sure he making money. And that's why sanctions aren't allowed.
Sunday Times maintains that the story came from a highly placed source within the palace.
Uh-oh.
Thanks to the Queen's inexplicable lapse of judgment, the newspapers are full, not of Sarah and me, of Mummy's rift with the Prime Minister.
Andrew, that's the boy child, the man child.
What was she thinking?
She did what she spent her life telling me I cannot do. She opened her mouth and expressed an opinion, and is being slaughtered for it.
Oh, my goodness. Charlie.
Worried about something other than the wedding of a fringe member of the family who'll never be king. Ouch. Well, it's true, isn't it? Fourth in line now, and by the time William's had children, his children have had children. Fringe.
That's... What the hell? That brother, he is egotistical.
You really just say that? On my wedding day?
That was impressively cunty.
Oh, man.
And this Sunday Times article has lit a touch paper to what could very quickly...
Dang, they had Thatcher the Queen arm wrestling in the paper.
And I think we're now going to have to give them something.
What?
A culprit.
Him. Dang, bro. Oh! And he said he wouldn't do it. That sucks, bro.
Escalating situation between Buckingham Palace and Downing Street. You can't say I didn't warn you.
To see it compromised like this, as a consequence of your actions, fact is that the steps you took were completely unprofessional.
Martin, stop it.
Impugning the integrity of the palace and of the Queen herself.
We know one another too well.
I hope we can rely on you to do the right thing.
Dang. Dang. That's jacked up for Queen and country, huh? And he will. For Queen and country. Damn.
Of course.
There's something inside of him that causes him to feel like it is his duty and his responsibility. And that is something that I couldn't do or be a part of like that. In America, it's different, man. It's like we feel a duty to our country, but we have the freedom to go against it if we believe it's wrong. But not over there. Their duty is to Queen above all else. Golly, that's crazy. Now you can make that political thriller, though. He's probably a writer on this show. Oh, man. And the Queen let it happen, too. She let it happen. That's tough for her. That's tough for everybody. Because she made a bad decision. He lost his job. Queen can't lose her job. She's a freaking sovereign. Oh, man. So they maintain that never really happened, huh? Political thrillers. Because he's got a mind to write. Yeah. Another almost 10 years. Bro, that's crazy. That's insane. They make some huge things go down that there has never been a rift between the prime minister and the sovereign. There quite clearly was. And she quite clearly wanted apartheid to be ended. So that's good on her, man, because when it fell, it fell. Margaret, her son, is a worker in South Africa. Oh. That's like the cherry on top of the cake. It's like, is she really looking out for number one? Well, she is looking out for number one, her son, her favorite son. She's not looking out for number one, Britain, the UK, United Kingdom. That's tough, man. This show, boy, it'll twist you and make you so angry at these folks, man. With Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher. Man, that's tough. That's tough. Huh. Man, it would have been cool. Like, dude, that's just what makes this show so dope, though, is that a paper that showed those things, the arm wrestling on the back, the arm wrestling between the Queen and the Prime Minister, and then you get to see kind of what's behind it. Of course, obviously, it's a little embellishment and all that stuff, but dude, this is a good story. This is so good, and they hype it up. That music behind it, golly, bro, this is dope. This is dope. I was excited about it. I want to watch the next episode, like right now. Even though the episodes, they join together, they really don't follow after the same thing. They're episodes in her life. So there's really nothing that could come after that. But maybe there's ramifications that we'll get to see, and that's what I'm hoping for. So, well, I appreciate you guys for watching, man, and I hope you've enjoyed this just as much as I have. So I'll see y'all guys in the next one.